Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich. We have reinforced and activated our carrier group, the first carrier group we've made so far, or the carrier strike force, I suppose, like attack force, and have assigned it to the mid-Atlantic gap because there is a Canadian fleet lurking out here. So we have this the fast attack fleet, or fast carrier fleet, able to respond to that. All of the ships are 33 knots plus speed, so no dreadnoughts in that fleet. We do have dreadnoughts in, I think, every other fleet. Like, yeah, 25 knots here. So that fleet, like, their intention is to always be fast. In fact, I don't know... Okay, so these are actually kind of bad. They can only contain 18 planes. This one can contain 40, so... whenever we get a new carrier out in the into the ocean, we're going to replace the Bulow with something else and potentially refit the Bulow. I don't refit ships often, but they're carriers, so I guess it'll be worth it. We resolved the Asian situation last episode, so we're no longer going to have to be tackling this. We still have this to deal with, but we don't actually have to invade this. We can just go straight for Canada, and I think that's what we're going to do here. We have the invasion of the Azores in progress, and I believe they are completely undefended. Holy hell, look at all those guns. Yeah, it's completely undefended. I think that's a like a super heavy battleship model. Okay, so the Azores have fallen. We probably don't even need to take Madeira. Let's plan another invasion from the Azores, and let's plan it for Bermuda. There we go. And let us replan the assist invasion thing here. Hopefully, yeah, they're going to dock in the Azores, which should bring our fuel back up, because this fleet is actually quite big. I think once we're ready for the invasion, I'm going to have the fast attack fleet, the carrier fleet, assist instead. Also, there's nothing happening in the Denmark Straits. I'm going to reassign them, or like remove any sort of assignment from there, and put them somewhere else. There's not much happening in the. So there are going to be ships here, but I don't think it's going to be worth engaging there. Currently we know there's a Canadian fleet lurking in this area, and we know there's one here. This song is popping off. Oh, it's this song. Oh yeah, 3% population, or we can go with the new textbooks. We're going to go with this one for the doctrine research. From the halls of Montezuma march. That's the name of the song. That's not the battle I care about. There we go. Oh yeah, so this is going to be, this is very much worth it, like patrolling out here. I'm guessing it is the rubber that they're interested in. Yeah, it must be 112 rubber here. Which is going to cripple their production of airplanes, which is going to help with our invasion of Canada, because a lot of the so if you don't have a strong navy, the way you secure your harbors or your shorelines from naval invasion, other than just popping people onto the harbors, is to have a lot of planes, just have air superiority in those regions. Of course, you need naval bombers as well to start bombing the transports. That generally is enough to keep or to sort of prevent a naval invasion. Okay, we've got 1 minute left of this madness. Invasion is ready, right? Yeah. Or what's the problem? Oh yeah, of course, I need to assign someone to help out here. There we go. They have a carry here as well, the Kleist, but it's also one of the 18 wing ones, so or 18 plain air wings. Not what we want. We want the huge 100 plain air wing carriers coming out here. Why are you still back in Oldenburg? We lack sufficient intel. I thought a naval invasion would give us that intel. I guess not. Let's remove all of these and have them instead just patrol this area. That should give us the intel we need. Arrows for a beefsteak. Alright, let's see. Tanks. Tanks. Let's do tanks. 120%. That's nice. Tiger. That would be something. Start getting like heavy tanks and stuff. In fact, I think I'm actually going to do that because our industrial capacity is so insane right now that we can actually start messing with this kind of stuff. Actually, no, let's do this because we're going to try out the amphibious stuff. Yeah, I think we could, in theory, have some divisions that are heavy tank or heavy tank that's supported by foot infantry. Oh, a single New Englander Weltkrieg cruiser just hanging about over here. Yeah, surely we now have enough intel. We do not. Sargasso Sea, that's over here. How do we fix that? Let's see. Oh, the Fall of Sacramento. Yeah, this is fast approaching an end here for the Pacific States. We don't have any more cruisers that we could create a patrol fleet out of. We should probably assign some destroyers to this beleaguered patrol fleet over there. Maybe if we steal a cruiser from this fleet. Let's take one of the improved cruisers. Because I believe they have air... they don't actually have an air catapult, but they do have radar, which is what we need for spotting. And where did it go? Okay, there. So, let's see, we're going to set it to patrol, and it's going to be patrol D. Did I call all these patrol fleet? No, patrol squadron, good. Squadron is a smaller unit of, smaller demarcation of military units than a fleet, obviously. And let's see, we're going to put destroyers in that one as well. Don't have many to pick between. Maybe, let's see if we have any fleets that are overpowered, so to say. The High Sea Fleet is overpowered, but that's fine. Its only role is to just swoop out and completely destroy everything in its way. Oh god. Oh no. That's a problem. Where is it? There it is. Okay, put them back here, yes. And call them the High Sea Fleet again. Sometimes this happens. What I wanted to do was take some of the destroyers and put them off onto the hunter-killer group there. Am I blind, or do I not see the battle designation that we had earlier? This fleet. There we go, battle. And then select only that one. And then send it to the High Sea Fleet, or sorry, hunter-killer fleet there. And did we do the research for the mine laying stuff? The mines are pretty bad right now, but we do have, I think, mine laying tubes. So what we could do is create a mine laying submarine, or we could create a mine laying destroyer. The submarine would be significantly cheaper than the destroyer and wouldn't be as, it wouldn't be put in as much risk. So, the end of the American Civil War. The Second American Civil War, the bloodiest conflict to ever descend on the New World, is over. And as sobbing widows bury their dead husbands and son, the last traces of the old regime are being swept away by American Revolution, or by the American Revolution rather. Headed by the Combined Syndicates of America, the old capitalist system is being dissolved and replaced with an organization similar to that of France and Britain. Well, that was in France and Britain. And the red-black banner now flies over the former Congress, soon to be converted to the Congress of the Syndicates. Sort of like the Congress of the Trade Unions, I suppose. The Combined Syndicates of America has already strained its relations with Canada, and it already looks forward to becoming the vanguard of syndicalism in the New World. America, it has changed forever. Well, we'll see about that. They're justifying a war goal against Canada already. We need this to be over with. We still lack sufficient intel over here. How about now? Still the Sargasso Sea. Let's see if this does anything. It might just be that the enemy fleets are sort of either mitigating our intel advantage, or they're just straight up harassing the fleets that we're using in order to gain an intel advantage. And the closest we have to an airbase there is very far away, so we can't actually send any heavy fighters to get intel either. Commonwealth of Canada has taken Jamaica from Buzz. That's sad. So Buzz's little Caribbean socialist project failed.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Oh, Middle African elections. The Middle Africans have recently reformed their government to include elections. Now that they have held their first election, they turn to the Kaiser to see whether he agrees with the choice of Statthalter. The Middle Africans have elected the Weiße Afrika Party, whose goal it is to make white rule in Africa safer and easier. Okay then, should we appoint the elected official or Rudolf Asmis, a trusted official? Make white rule in Africa safer and easier. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. But this dude looks he looks a bit, you know, nationalist socialist in his dress. Our alternative is Asmis, and Asmis is Rudolf Asmis, that's him. He's authoritarian Democrat, but this guy's social conservative. Terror in the Night, Minister of the Interior. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy. I'm looking at the ideas to get an idea of what is actually happening right now in Middle Africa and to see like what would be the best choice. Because I think if we let the social conservatives stay, then that would help bolster the African democracy, which I would want. But I feel like this guy could be problematic. Because it seems like the platform is to ensure an easier time of the minority to rule the majority, considering the, I mean, white people are not going to be the majority in Africa. And that seems like it's just a recipe for, like, racial tensions, which would then potentially tear Middle Africa apart. But so be it. We are committed to the African Democratic Project, and if this is the Statthalter that they have elected, then hopefully the electorate wasn't exclusively made out of white people, and this is who they wanted. So let us appoint Shanna, the elected official. Let's see what happens. Not quite at the level of being able to create nuclear reactors, though soon. But yeah, we can stop the development or the production of the Caribbean in 98K. All right then. So we're going to have to significantly rush ahead some of these plans. Why though? Yep. But why though? Reassign the Marine Division there and set an invasion order from Ceylon and to the Dominion of India wherever we want to. Let's see which one has the best naval base. 4 and 2. So we're going to invade the 4. Strictly because that is going to create a better supply situation for us. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm afraid that if the Dominion of Canada capitulates, the Combined Syndicates of America might be able to just take India in the peace deal. And I'm going to like activate this plan. They can't do it quite yet, but I think we're going to have the intel here anyways. If not, we do have fleets that can provide that, hopefully. Oh yeah, we have these hunter killer boys. We can probably set them to escort the invaders. Set them to do that here because this is where we're going to need the intel. We have radar. Oh, we have elections. Do we have radar over here? We do. No, we do actually. Yeah. Today, the German people will elect their representatives to the Reichstag. The elections have been tightly fought, and the results are awaited with much anticipation. The fate of several parties, and of course the Kaiserreich itself, could be decided today. If the Social Democrats manage to secure enough votes, the realist wing of the Social Liberal FVP will form a coalition with them. Another possibility would be a coalition of nearly all liberal and bourgeoisie parties. The NLP, the FVP, and Bavarian Splinter Party BVP against the old DKP. That is the Deutsche Kreist something, like Kreist Soziale, something like that. The conservative, social conservative German Christian Socialist. Is it? Or Christian Social Party? Might be, might not be. Led by the beloved Lion of Africa, Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck. Or the DKP could once again get a comfortable majority. Who shall win? Let's see, so we get Hans Vogel, head of government. He gives political power gain, factory output. We get Erich Oldenhauer, which grants some trade opinion factor just for war goal, not something I'm very interested in, and political power and construction speed, or a decryption and supply consumption. Let's see, the Lion Roars, the new large coalition, would give us... I'm seeing some good research speed here, and I'm seeing consumer goods factories. Actually, that's bad, because that's a 3%, not a minus 3%. However, it does give division speed and recovery rate and stuff. Who do we have now? I think we have yeah, we do have von Lettow-Vorbeck right now. Or the good old DKP. Changes nothing. That is actually... It's a hard choice because none of these are necessarily bad, but it might like change the I guess like the political makeup of our state, and one of them could take us towards this one. Though that is obviously not guaranteed. I think the suffrage events that we had like in the beginning of the game are all over now. Let's see, let's say that the... Let's try the SPD and the realist FVP. We are now Social Democrat. So the Austrians should like us, right? Yeah, hopefully. The Alabama Polka. Nice. Regardless of how many I assign to patrol this, it does not seem like we're getting the necessary intel needed to invade. I wonder if we could do the same thing, but instead invade directly towards Newfoundland. Labrador Sea and the Newfoundland Sea. So, see here, unassigned and unassigned. Let's see what happens now. Nothing much, yeah. We might have to just go from Mexico and go into the Caribbean, and then go from there. I've never had this persisting problem where, like, no matter how many fleets I assign to patrol, it never gives us enough intel. It's very strange. Let's see if we can assign some of the larger fleets. Let's try to assign the reserve squadron here to patrol and see if that helps. It's going to completely tank our oil reserves, but hopefully it's going to actually get rid of that annoying intel problem that we have. Does still say the Sargasso Sea, but I don't think the fleet has actually arrived yet. Oh no, they definitely have. Naval supremacy 48%, so do we need 50% to invade or what? Yeah, we need 58%, so that's, or 50%, that's the problem. How about we take these guys off that and set them to patrol here. And see if that helps. We can only do this for a short while though. Oh, the reserve squadron can't, or the West Africa squadron can't actually reach that. Never mind. Huh. High Seas Fleet is doing nothing, it seems. That might have been it. The High Seas Fleet was unassigned. Yeah, the High Seas Fleet was unassigned, that's it. My bad. Completely on me. Because of the messing about with the organizational structure, kind of... Well, it just basically removed all of its orders and set it to stay in port in Mexico for some reason. Well, for the exact reason I stated. Oh, the Australasian Confederation claims North Borneo, as, you know, as they keep doing. Let's assign these guys to the Russian front, because that might heat up. Even if it doesn't heat up as a result of the Soviets' actions, it might heat up because of, or as a result of our actions, because I think if we can take some Canadian territory, we want to hold off on the combined syndicates and try to deal with Russia before they can finish their war with Japan. Anyways, that is the 30-minute mark. This brings us towards the end of the episode. We haven't done a lot of fighting this episode, so I don't know if I'm actually even going to do the casualty reports. The war with the combined syndicates and between the combined syndicates and the American Union State ended. Let's have a look at their casualties, and their manpower is quite good actually. Their stability is very low though. Let's have a look at the Soviets' casualties. It only counts the tie. Or actually, no, these are against Japan. Yeah, not the worst. Yeah, there's a lot of casualties here in India between the Princely Federation, the Communists, and the Dominion of India. And this has more or less remained the same, I believe. I'll scroll over so that you can see it, but I'm not feeling too excited about going over this in detail because I don't think much has changed. Though I think next episode there will be significant changes to the casualties because of the situation right here. In fact, did I not see it over here? 6,000, and yeah, we can't actually see a detailed breakdown of just their war, because technically this is merged with ours. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you, hopefully, next time. Goodbye.